Hey, it's CJ here. Welcome back into True Point of Creation and another one of our quick collage art projects. Now, since Halloween's right around the corner, I just wanted to put together a really quick collage for y'all. So I have these pictures that are kind of fall, Halloween-ish, and I just wanted to kind of put them all together in a little piece and make a quick collage art piece with them. Now, since it is Halloween, I could have gone real dark and real evil, I guess, with it, but I'm not that kind of person. I do like Halloween, but here's a quick example for you of what it could be like. See, I had Megan 3.0 over here, and I was showing that I could have done something super dark with it and I could have continued with this project, but it's not really my type of vibe, so that's not really what I like to go with. I was just messing around. Let me show you her closer. Let me show you Megan here. It's kind of sick, kind of gross. Not really my vibe, you know what I'm saying? So I just didn't want to finish it because I don't really like dark and ugly. I like bright and beautiful, you know what I'm saying? So this was just fun. This was just funny. I was kind of working on it. Could have gone all the way. Could have made it real sick. Could have made it real dark. We got our pumpkin here too. I was thinking about making her pop out of the pumpkin, and I had a bunch of other stuff I was going to do with it, but it just was not my vibe, you know what I'm saying? Let me shove her in the pumpkin here and show you what she looked like. Go in there, stick your head in there, quit drooling all over the place. She was supposed to be in here like this, and I was gonna do a bunch of other stuff with it, but you know, I don't really want to go too dark with it. I'm not that type of person anyway. I'm trying to keep it bright and beautiful, like I said before. Now this one's not like bright and beautiful either, but it's more fashionable for sure. But first, I have this moon, which is kind of sad because I was gonna use this for a separate project, and I ripped it out of this old school magazine, so I just want to go ahead and cut this moon out real quick, and then we'll get on to the rest of it. I am still going to film this in a time lapse so I can still make a quick short out of it because I like to post that short on the YouTube platform under my shorts feed. I also post it on other platforms just so they get to see what we're doing over here, but they don't get to experience it like y'all because they don't get to hear me talk. They just get to see these videos come together real quick, and they don't get to see how the process was put together. So hopefully they come over to this platform from wherever they're seeing these videos. So let me just throw it in here for the time lapse camera. I'll cut around this moon real quick. As y'all know, I am not very good at cutting circles, so I'm going to just try to do this, not make it look too wonky, and I'll just kind of cut through this moon. I was hoping to use this moon for a different project that I was about to work on, and maybe I just won't glue it down and I'll use it for that project. That one's going to come real soon, but since Halloween is right here, I just wanted to go ahead and do this real quick, and I felt like this moon would actually help this one out. I'm not sure actually. It kind of has a blue tint to it. Hopefully it doesn't mess with the colors of the other stuff. I guess maybe because I'm seeing the blue earth or whatever that is right there. Mars, I'm not sure what, if this is even the moon. What moon is this? I'm not sure what it is, but it does have a little bit of a blue tint to it, so I'm not sure if it's gonna mess with this picture. And I can't even see what I'm doing right now because the glare of the light on the shiny magazine paper, a little tricky. Okay. And it's got a shadow right here, so can't really see it that very well. It's kind of out of pace, kind of out of place, kind of out of space. I'm not really sure. Just having fun. Gonna make a quick collage art project. What's your favorite part about Halloween? You know, we're getting the engagement up on this channel. I understand people don't like to comment so much, but you could tell me, do you like Halloween? If you do, what's your favorite part about Halloween? And are you celebrating Halloween? Are you dressing up as a character? What's your costume gonna be? I have a really good costume that I've wore a few Halloweens in a row. Well, I haven't worn it in a few years, but I did wear it a few years back. It's so funny. What I did is I bought these medals online, and they're like Olympic medals. They're the Olympic medals. They have the gold, silver, and bronze, and they're from the Rio Olympics, and they look so real. They're so big and heavy. And then I have this like USA jumper jacket, and I put it on, and my costume is I'm an Olympian. I'm an Olympian gold medal, silver medal, and bronze medal. And it looks so real, and when people see me with it, like I wore it to the zoo with my daughter one time, and people were coming up to me like, they're like, oh, we're guessing what sports you play, and they're like, are you a swimmer? Do you run? I'm just like, this is my Halloween costume. They didn't know what to think. They really thought I was a real Olympic gold medalist, but I'm not. I can run pretty fast, but only from the law. No, I'm just joking. Anyway, we're going to keep this moon. It does have a little bit of a blue tint, so hopefully it works out in this. Not really sure. Let me just organize these. These three here don't really go with it. and I can kind of show, let me just show you these, because this, you know, I'm not going to try to hide what this concept is about. I have these fashion pictures of these people at the cornfield, right? And I think I might have showed it before, but I really like it. So it's got that fall feel, it's got that pumpkin patch feel. Another cool thing about Halloween that I really like, do you guys like going to the pumpkin patch? And if you do you like to get apple cider? There's this place over here at this one pumpkin patch, they got these apple cider donuts. They are so good. They are so good. We haven't had a chance to go get them yet, so hopefully we get over there. Oh man, we need to get over there real soon before they stop selling those. They're going to be selling them probably all this weekend for Halloween weekend, I'm sure. But then after that, they stop doing it. But they have a corn maze. They also have all these rides and stuff that they put out there. It's really fun. It's a really cool pumpkin patch. We have a lot of pumpkin patches around here. They're all over the place. But there's one specifically that we like to go to that has those apple cider donuts. So this is what we're going to jump into, the corn here. I need this corn. I'm going to try to incorporate this. I need the blue gone. I need this blue totally gone. So I'm going to have to cut through all this corn. It's about to get corny around here. I'm just going to cut around this and try to keep it together and try to get rid of as much blue as I can along the way. I don't really want this blue color around in this collage, so I'm just trying to use the corn as like a divider, and you'll see what I mean here in a minute, because we are going with like the cornfield vibe, the scarecrow vibe. That's more of the feel for this. I didn't want to go all super dark. Didn't want to go demonic, you know what I'm saying? That's not my vibe at all. I get people like to get into those kind of things, and that's cool if that's what you like, but that is not what I like. I do not frequent the haunted house. Maybe you do frequent the haunted house. Maybe that's one of the things you like about Halloween, is going to the haunted house and getting the socks scared off of you. Not sure. I mean, I used to do that when I was younger. I just don't anymore. It's not that fun to me to have guys pop out with chainsaws, you know what I'm saying? It's not really my thing again. I like bright and beautiful. I don't like bringing the darkness into my life, you know what I mean? But no shade to you if that's what you like. If you do like it, what's your favorite one? You could tell me where you go. Some of those are really big and crazy for sure. Actually, me and my daughter just went into Spirit Halloween the other day. I might have told you guys that in a video where we went in there. We were at this mall that's like practically dead, but they have a Spirit Halloween in it. And that was the only thing that was really going on, is the Spirit Halloween. They're just blasting the music so loud though, like so loud that their speakers were just distorting. I don't think they care. They just want really loud music, and it was really weird. And me being someone who's into audio was like, what is happening? Someone needs to go fix those speaker wires over there, because they keep shorting out. The speakers sound like they're blown. They turned them up way too loud, so they're just like distorting and popping, and it was just a disaster for someone who's into music and sound. I was like, somebody's got to do something about this. And it wasn't me. I just left. I couldn't stand it anymore. I just left. So I'm trying to cut through all the corn here. I don't really know if I can keep all the corn husk and stuff on there, because it is so, you know, all over the place. So I'm going to just cut some of that off and keep some of it, but it kind of takes away from the vibe, which is kind of going to hurt when it gets to the hay and stuff, because how do you cut all the strands of hay out? I don't know. I still haven't got any tips of how to get all the really thin stuff out. I think you just got to do it. I think that's what it comes down to. If you want all the thin strands, you got to cut all the thin strands. There's no magic recipe for how to get them. I'm going to just keep cutting this stuff off like that. Kind of add some, so then it still looks like some. And then I'm going to have some other parts of cornfields coming in, so hopefully they just kind of blend together. I just kind of need this as a divider piece. Hopefully it makes sense, but you know how I say, probably doesn't make sense. Never really does, but you know, we're making collage art, so that's fun. We're always using magazine clippings, so that's fun. I found these in a magazine, and I bet you can't guess what magazine I found all this stuff in. I bet you can't guess. I'll give you like 10 seconds to guess. Do you have a guess? Ooh, where is that? Oh, it's right around here. Let's just do a little bump around that. Okay, I'll reveal to you where I got these clippings out of. They were actually out of a Portland magazine, because I have a whole bunch of them, and that's why I was like, oh yeah, I have to do something with these, because no one else is going to have these and do something with these, because not a lot of people have those Portland magazines from like 2012 or something, you know, so they're kind of a throwback. And nobody really has those. People don't keep those like, you know, they would keep a Vogue magazine or something. So I had to. I'm going to be the only one collaging with these pieces. Now, I'm not going to do some real crazy in-depth collage with them, you know. I don't want to. I want to try to bring all the pieces together in a way that's kind of collagey, just to make a cool little collage out of it. I don't want to get super crazy with this one, but we'll still get that quick transformation. You know, we're gonna start it today, we're gonna finish it today, like I always like to say. Here is the question: did we get rid of the blue? I need to cut this part off. I can see some blue right here. A little bump in, a little bump out, a little bump in, a little bump out. Okay, I don't really see the blue on the top. Let me put these scraps over here. Okay, it's very shadowy down here at the bottom, which is good for me, sort of, but not really, because I don't want to see the blue. I don't want the blue tint, even though the moon had a blue tint. We're trying to get rid of this blue tint and just trying to keep the corn here as like a divider. But I was excited to use these. Let me look in a different light. Different light, different light. I think the corn, I could probably grab it from like right around here and do something like that, because that's just a full-on shadow right there. But I don't want the blue, and so I'm just trying to eliminate some of that. But also I don't need that whole shadow right there. This piece here, I guess if I don't eliminate all the shadow, it kind of leaves some more of the husk on the corn, so that's kind of cool. So let me just leave a little bit of that and not get super detailed on the edge there. Let me look at it again here. I know I'm gonna need to do some more slicing here, so I'm just gonna leave it rough there. Gotta try to incorporate it together, but you know, we won't worry about that until the time comes. If we need to cut a little bit extra off, then that'll be cool. Let's just make sure we're not leaving that white line right there as well. It's kind of weird. And then I think it's somewhere right around here. Get rid of that white line. Okay. A little bit more, just a little bit more. I'm just gonna do this, and do that, and act like that's how it was, because it's just dark down there. Oh, there it goes. And then we have this piece I didn't disconnect it over here, somewhere around here. Okay, we have our corn. It looks cool. It's kind of corny, but it looks good to me. I see blue. I don't like to see the extra blue, so I need to get up here and cut it out. People say I'm super detailed with my cutting, and that's true. It's not because I'm good, it's just because I don't like seeing this stuff, and I'm used to doing digital stuff in the past where when you're cutting things out, you can't be leaving borders when you're like cropping pictures out. You get in trouble for that, so I couldn't do that in the past, so now that's stuck with me for collaging. Which, you know, makes sense sometimes, and then sometimes makes absolutely no sense. Like, what are you doing? But I'm doing it. There it goes, that little piece. I see a little bit of blue here. Gotta tune her up. Tune her up, you know. Okay, I tried to clean up the edges a little bit. I think it looks good enough. We're trying to do a quick collage, so we don't want to get too crazy. You can see my corn here. It looks pretty cool. So I'll set it to the side with our moon and with Megan 3.0. Here's one of my main pieces. I love this girl, and this is what made me want to do it. Check her out. This is what made me want to do it. I love this. I could just leave it how it is, but I can't because I want to use her differently. But she has all the hay coming out because she's like a scarecrow girl, and I love it, and I just love her fashion and her style, and that's what I wanted to do. But she has the text over her, plus she has all the hay coming out of her clothes. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I don't know. We're gonna try to clean her up a little bit here and see if I can make it make sense in some type of way without seeing this text all over her legs. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to cut her out here. I really love her. I really love it. I've had this picture for a while, and I've been wanting to collage with it, and I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna do it for this, but it's like looking at it made me think like this is gonna be way harder than I ever even thought it would be because of all the hay. What in the hay is going on? I don't know. I'll keep some little strands of it. I actually think this part is gonna go a little bit behind the corn, so you might not actually even see this part, but I'll go ahead and keep a couple strands, and hopefully it don't look too goofy. And then that gives us the opportunity where if it does look messed up behind the corn how we were thinking, that then we can try to incorporate it in a different way. So we're leaving ourselves some flexibility. I'm gonna cut around her jacket here, and then I'm getting rid of this hay pile, which we will maybe use on some other parts of the collage. Not quite sure yet. There's her jacket. And for her hair, you know what's happening. Haircut time. Haircut time. I like your hair, but I gotta cut off that. Then I'm gonna cut around her hat. Ooh, that kind of pulled on her hat right there. I don't like that. I think I might have messed that up with that little pull I just did. Oh, hopefully I can fix it. I don't want to mess her hat up. Then I just cut her hair again right there as well. It looks like a lot of this hay is kind of going over her pants, so that's cool. We'll just have to keep some of it once we get down here. Okay, that's what I got. Hopefully her hat didn't get too messed up right there. That was kind of a... Oh, no, not too bad, not too bad. Did she come out down here where I had the hay cuts? Ooh, yeah. There she is. There's our Scarecrow girl. She's cool. She don't look too bad. Her foot's a little weird. Let me tune that up with the scissors here. Yeah, I tried to make it look like a boot, but it's coming down at a weird angle, so not really sure if we can incorporate that. I think I might cover some of that, so we'll see here. Really like our Scarecrow girl. She's cool. That's what I was going for. She was the main one that I really wanted out of this piece of collage. Now, I need her bird. Can't go away without her bird because we're going to use this bird to try to cover up some of that text on her legs. So let's see if we can get this bird out real quick. It is a little blurry. That's okay. He's flying, so, you know, he's going to be a little blurry. Kind of sad to cut up this whole picture because I like the whole picture. It's just, if I'm going to collage, I'm going to have to cut up the page, you know what I'm saying? I can't actually just leave it as it is. And that's how I feel about this whole photo shoot that I found in the magazine. They had this whole photo shoot, and I was like, man, I just want to keep the pictures, but I really can't. So I'm going to try to just like bring the pictures into each other because they all have this vibe. And so it's not like a really out there collage. It's just trying to bring together this photo shoot kind of thing into one and bring it into one like collage for Halloween. It doesn't have to be Halloween when you're watching this, you know, just fall. Looks like just fall. See, we have all this smoky stuff here. And if I don't use it here, I could definitely use this in future collage art projects of like some scraps because you have the smoky cornfield and stuff. So I don't think I'll need that because I have so much of it, but I may want to incorporate some more. So I'll put this in a scrap pile. Let me set it over here though, out of the way. Perfect. Now for our next main character. We got this dude. He looks super cool. I like this guy as well. The only problem is, well, there's not really a problem. I just know that I'm not going to need his lower part down here, so I wonder if I should just save myself the hassle and cut it off. How about I don't cut it off? I just cut straight down and don't do the detail on it. It may need to come out depending on if he pokes out. So I'm going to go ahead and start down here. I like his little hat here. It's like his driver hat or something. Okay, so I'm just cutting it straight down there at the bottom, so I have his legs. I don't know if I'll ever need him in the future. And actually, I think he might poke out of the bottom, so that I might have to cut him off anyway. But there he is. He's pretty cool. And then he's got the smoky vibe still to him, right? So that should help us in the future. It seems weird, like, okay, now you got the smoke on him. You still got the green on him. It should make sense here in a minute. And again, we have all this for extra, which we can incorporate here in this piece or into another piece. Let's set him to the side. Okay, so now is how we're going to bring it all together. We have to bring it together. We're using our Scarecrow and we're using our girl over here. So let me just look at this again because what I want to do is get the guy coming out of this. So 1 second. So what I was thinking is trying to make this like dimensional where like he's kind of coming out of this cornfield here. It's going to be a little tricky to see if I can make it work. Let me just put some cuts into this corn without messing it up too much because I just want it to look like he's coming out of the corn. So we'll see. Coming out of the cornfield, you know what I mean? Okay, I kind of have him popping out of the cornfield here. As you can see, I made some slices. It's like one of those little pop-up books, you know, where the guy pops up, you open the book, and he pops up out of the cornfield. It's not quite what I was going for, but you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to get him in there, kind of make it look three-dimensional, so I think that should work right there. All right, I'm going to set this to the side, and then I have my other girl here. I want to try to use this hay bale right here real quick, and I don't know if it's going to actually work, but let's see, because the angle of it is a little weird, but maybe I can make it work just as a little accent piece. And I should probably be wobbling it a little bit to show how much hay it actually is. What in the hay? Yeah, I just cut that out. Not really sure if it looks like a hay bale or not, but we'll just see what happens. Okay, like I was saying, it's going to be a really quick collage, but I just want to see if I can cut some of this corn here and try to incorporate our Scarecrow girl into this. And I was thinking maybe she would sit on this husk right here. But, you know, who really knows if that's going to work. I'm going to leave it like that, potentially. And then I was also thinking about cutting this here and try to cover that text on her leg. This is going to be the tricky part, just trying to cover that text on her leg. I liked her so much, but that was just messing with me when I was thinking of collaging with her, because I would have made her own piece. But, you know, there was things like that that were really messing with the vibe. Okay, so maybe that'll pop in. Her leg can pop under that. Maybe she could sit up here on this corn husk. I'm not really sure. I'll have to put it together and see how it's going to go. It's going to be a little big for this shot, so I'm not sure how it's going to fit in this picture. Let me try to put it together, and I'll give you guys a quick reveal of our quick collage art project for Halloween. It's kind of fallish. It's kind of Halloween. We got scarecrows, you know, that's what we're going with. The pumpkin patch, the crows, the scarecrows. Okay, it's not reveal time yet. I was trying to get the girl to come out of the corn, so I don't know, it kind of covers her text right there. We're going to use the crow to cover the other text. There's still a little green plant coming out of that, but I think it should be fine. So let me try to secure her and then see if I can get the crow to cover it. I'm going to give y'all a quick reveal real quick. 1 second, let me put it together. Well, okay, I think I finally have our quick collage art project assembled. As you can see, here's the back of this picture. I'm sorry to leave this girl. I didn't really glue anything down. I just kind of taped it with some washi tape, so it's all locked into place. But we have this girl over here in her fashion, and you can tell it's fall fashion. It's pretty, it's cool, I like her, and that's why I tried to incorporate a lot of these pictures into this quick collage art piece. So without further ado, are you ready to see the reveal of our quick collage art project? Are you ready to see it? I gotta flip it over. Are you ready? Here it is. Boom, check it out, check it out. Just gonna try to line it up here for the camera so you can actually see it. It's pretty tall, it's pretty long, there's a lot going on. They're all in the cornfield. It's still a little spooky, you know what I'm saying? They're going under. Which way are you going? You going up, you going down? Is he gonna take you there? Who knows? Is this Scarecrow? I don't know, she's got a crow for a pet. Not really sure how to take it. I do notice this picture behind it is just a little offset. I needed to trim that up. I meant to make them all line up together. I don't know if you can see that detail, but I will fix that up before I take a picture of it. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty interesting. You know, I wasn't trying to go super dark and creepy with my Halloween project. I just wanted to do something fun. And so I also put the hay barrel in up there, you know what I'm saying? Use the moon down here, and then we got the girl upside down with her crow. She's got her crow, the scarecrow's up here, and then this dude. I think it's interesting. I like it. It's my Halloween piece. It doesn't matter when you watch this. It's kind of fall, you know, but I'm just having fun. Wanted to do a little something for the holidays, make a little something cool. So that's why I decided to put it together. I think it's a pretty cool piece. If you like this piece, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate that, and it helps the channel grow. So again, I really do appreciate that. If you want to see more collage videos like these, there should be a playlist on the screen. You can go ahead and check those out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.